Back with another of Guided by Voices EPs released in 1994. Today we're talking about Get Out of My Stations, a 12-minute long EP released on the label Silt Breeze, and then in 2003 it was reissued on CD with 4 bonus tracks. First, let's talk about the cover. It's atypical for GBV, who usually have covers made of Bob's collages, but look how beautiful this is. Sometime in the 80s, Bob and Jim Pollard were hanging out in Bob's basement, which he called the Snake Pit, surrounded by Bob's expansive record collection, and Bob watches as a beam of light shines down on Jim. It feels like a depiction of saints. Now, most of the tracks on this EP were originally meant for the scrapped 1992 album Back to Saturn X that was abandoned in favor of Propeller. The recording opens up with a song called Scalding Creek, a little folk song with just vocals over guitar, but there's this weird big explosion sound in the middle, and Guided by Voices always threw some kind of weirdnesses, and it's moments like these that are always my favorite in their songs. Mobile has to be a send-up of The Who's Going Mobile with the lyrics, I'm going mobile. It's a rocker, but a very small one, some very tinny guitars and barely audible drums with Bob singing rock vocals that eclipse the backing track. And I'm pretty sure Bob said that My Wife by The Who was his favorite song, which is off the same album as Going Mobile, so it has to be. Melted Pat is a melodic little song about a character named Melted Pat. The track opens up with a callback to Damn Good Mr. Jam, and I can't help but thinking of these two songs as a pairing like Mean Mr. Mustard and Polythene Pam were on Abbey Road. Queen of Second Guessing is sort of a throwaway track, a Vampire on Titus style backing track with some guitar, and then some guitar feedback noises that are probably made by Jim Pollard. One thing that keeps me from fully loving this track is that Bob's vocals are run through a wah-wah pedal, so they're completely unintelligible, and he kind of sounds like a psychedelic Donald Duck. Dusty Bushworms completely reverses this chorus with a beautiful acoustic number. The lyrics to this one feel like kind of Bob's love letter to music. And then after that you have Spring Tiger, another really pretty ballad with some dual guitar arpeggio parts. It reminds me a little of Don't Stop Now, and it's a really beautiful song. Blue Moon Fruit is a hazy, distorted track with shaky drums, a sluggish tempo, and barely intelligible Bob performance. One of the weaker tracks on here, but it's a fun minute and a half, and I still like it. Like I said in previous episodes, even the throwaway tracks from this era are still worth listening to. Now for the bonus tracks on the 2003 version. There's 4 live songs, all fan favorites: Motor Away, Hot Freaks, Weed King, and Postal Blowfish, taken from 4 separate concerts between 92 and 94. Their performances are solid, and the recordings are good quality. It's a fun listen. I prefer the proper EP tracks, but it's cool to have some documentation of this period of the band. So yeah, Get Out of My Stations, a 1994 Guided by Voices EP made up of mostly slightly older pre-Discovery tracks. Can't go wrong. Great listen.